to another video. Today will be a slightly different video to what I usually do. We're not going to do like a day in the life, or we're not going to do anything like that. Today we are prepping ourselves, I guess kind of more mentally, for the new year. I am going to be also prepping like the flat because it needs a deep clean after Christmas and all of that. But yeah, today we're prepping mentally, and we're actually gonna start by creating a 2026 vision board. I've got my cup of tea because I am absolutely freezing cold. So I've got a cup of tea and I've got some water, and then I went into town today. So I was gonna film going into town, and then I thought, actually no, I'm just gonna go into town and get it all done, and then I can just come home. We are basically prepping for 2026. I am a big mood board, vision board sort of person, and for the past few years I have made vision boards. Sorry, I also got some other bits in town, so I'm just taking those out my bag. Yeah, for the past few years I have made vision boards because I just really think that they do really help. The one I made a few years ago is actually still currently next to my mirror. I can't bring myself to get rid of it. I feel like I didn't quite get everything on the vision board that I had wanted. But to be fair, I kind of made it for the next few years, and I feel like I haven't quite got everything on it. So I don't want to throw it out. So I'm just going to keep it. And if, you know, there comes a time I'm like, do you know what, I should or can get rid of it, then I will. But I'm not going to pressure myself into doing it because I'm a big believer in signs, and I think if I chuck it out, that's sort of me being like, well, those goals are in the bin, and they're not. I just have other maybe more pressing, like other goals that maybe are more important to me now than those ones. But that doesn't mean that I don't at some point want to reach those goals, you know. But yeah, so in town I got a pace of, is this A2 or is this A3? It doesn't actually just say, it just says premium art card. So I got some card. It's quite big. I feel like this is A2 size paper in this nice like pink colour. So I got that in Ryman's, I believe it was. And then I went to Boots and I printed out a load of pictures that I had saved on Pinterest. I'm a Pinterest girl. I love it at Pinterest. It's my favourite thing. Some of these things are quotes, some of them are pictures of places that I want to go. Some of them are just like how I want to see my life, how I'm envisioning things going and how my life will look in 2026. Some things are just things I want to keep in my life. I have a picture here. It's like, you know, I'm going to keep my healthy, happy relationship. Some pictures are of things that, and I had this actually on my previous one that I was just speaking about. They're kind of like images that I don't want to recreate because that sounds really fake, like I'm just recreating the image, but like they're pictures that for me I'm like, yes, I want to do that and have that as something in my life that I'm aiming for. Like, okay, I'll just show you the picture. This one, it's like of just someone having, I think, like a hot drink or like some sort of drink in a garden by flowers, and I'm like, yeah, I really want to do things like that. I really want to enjoy those slower moments in my life. But yeah, so I've got my pictures, I've got my card. I kind of feel like I'm gonna have to trim some of these pictures, but that's fine. That's kind of the point. I'm gonna get my scissors and I'm going to get my tape, and then we're just gonna go for it. I'm sat on my floor. I am a floor person. Don't mind that. That's Adam's Christmas present from me that he obviously now already has. So I've got my pens, my things that I want. I've got this like nice gold tape here that I thought would be nice. I don't actually think there's a lot left on the reel, but that's fine. Oh, I've got my normal tape, and then all my pictures that I have. You can kind of see maybe like what some of the goals are. Obviously a goal is to go back to Disney. Obviously. But yeah, like run a 10k. I've just got also some like nice, like, I don't know, colourful outfits that I want to have. Like, I want to just embrace like the feminine girly energy, which obviously I already kind of do, but I just want to do it more. And there was a time in my life where liking anything that was pink, or wearing anything pink, or liking anything that was even remotely girly, or I guess kind of childish or childlike, was like completely frowned upon. But like, yeah, these outfits are so cute, and I would have worn them both when I was 5, and I'm going to wear them both now that I'm almost 30, and I'm actually okay with that, to be honest. And I think that's the point of those, because I feel like maybe they feel a bit random on the vision board, but they are, because I'm like, actually, yeah, I want to embrace more of that. I want to be proud of the things that I love, and things like that. I'm going to get started. I'm going to find a home so you can kind of see what I'm doing and you don't just watch me doing nothing. Okay. I feel like this works. So I've finished like placing everything that I want to place, and like I've made it how I want it to be. I didn't actually use 2 pictures. I didn't use this one, which is kind of trying to represent like a bit of chaos in my life, and I didn't use this one because I just didn't like, after I've looked at it again, doesn't really resonate with me. So, you know, it's okay to change your mind. But this is how I've laid them out, how I've cut them. I like to make it like visually fun to look at. You know, I cut things in different shapes. I've like cut bits out and changed the pictures over and all of that. So yeah, that's what I've done and I'm happy with it. Next step is to stick it all down. So I've got my tape, I've got both of my tapes, and I'm basically just going to stick like the corners down of bits. I probably won't use a lot of this. Like I said, I don't really think there's a lot on there. I also don't know how well it's going to hold, so I don't want to use this and then it basically all fall off. I do have a photo frame that I think I'm going to put it in, that I usually use as a planner, but I really want this to be like a key feature, that it's something that I see all the time, every day. So I'm going to put it in a frame, I think. And yeah, I'm happy with that decision of framing it. But now I have to stick it all down. I've taken a picture of it, so I'm not actually going to film this bit because I need to like reference the picture because I know things are going to move and I'm probably going to get frustrated. So I'm not going to film this bit and I'm going to just look at the picture and then I'll show you once it's all stuck down. So I've stuck it all down and I'm very, very happy with how it's turned out. I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you. And then I'm going to try and put it in the frame. Oh no. And then I'm going to try and put it in the frame. Fingers crossed that it fits in the frame. I might have to trim the paper slightly, or I'm not really sure. I know that it's not really dead center, but I don't really care because like part of my goal for the like new year for 2026 is to kind of let go of this idea of perfection that I have in my head, because it's kind of eating me alive and I need to let it go. So maybe that was how it was supposed to happen. It was meant to not be in the center to help challenge how I feel and think about things, but I'm gonna get the frame. I might need to clean it, so bear with me. Just like that, I am done with the 2026 vision board. I'm really happy with how it's come out. I will show you it briefly, but yeah guys, I definitely just think making a vision board is, firstly, it's just a fun way to spend an evening, especially maybe you could do that with your friends, have like a glass of wine or whatever, like hot chocolate, something. Yeah, and just spend like a girly evening creating your vision boards together. It's definitely a very nice girl, like little date idea. Equally a really nice solo evening, like me, just a solo evening. Also wait for Adam to come home. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I feel like everything on there is so achievable and something that I want to do, or it represents something that I want to do. It might not be exactly how maybe like you guys would put it on your own vision board, but for me there's certain things in there that, yeah, I'm excited. It's made me very excited for the year. The 2026 vision board in all its glory. I'm very excited for this next year. Hey everyone, it is day 2 of, oh it's bright, of prepping for the new year. Hello, I am home. This was like a really formal sit down interview, but it's not, so there we are. I am home, and honestly, sitting down and writing everything out was so cathartic. I'm not going to share everything I've written with you because obviously it's quite personal. Some of it's very just general, but some of it's really personal. So yeah, I'm not going to read everything, but I thought I would share with you just like the prompts that I sort of use every year when I do this. I started this entry, as I did before, with my achievements from this year. So 2025 achievements. And actually when I was writing them down, I was like, I've achieved a lot more than what I thought. And some of them aren't big things, but some of them are. Some of them are really big things for me, and it made me really proud of myself. So 2025 achievements, that was the first thing I wrote. That's the first thing I wanted to reflect on. After that, I did 2025 learning curves. Now, I don't ever want to say 2025 mistakes or, I don't know, bad times or failures, because they're not. They're just things that I've learned from. So 2025 learning curves. And there wasn't as many as I thought, but I feel like the ones I've written down are sort of quite broad. So then I did, after that, my 2026 goals, which obviously you kind of got a brief look at in yesterday's part of this video on my vision board. And then I finish off by writing 3 pages of a diary entry that starts with Dear 2025. I hope you have an amazing, or had an amazing, New Year's Eve. And let's have an amazing year, guys. I'll see you very soon. Bye.